y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I have a flip through for you. I have completed my December daily project from December 2021. This one was a little bit of a labor of love in that I was running out of steam. So this is probably the simplest December daily project that I have done so far. But I think that that is completely okay. I think we have different seasons in life and different interests at different times. And so I am glad that I pushed through and finished this project. And I just wanted to go ahead and share it with you to encourage you to keep working on yours if you're still working on your December daily, and to show you that not every project has to be overly complicated or overly crafty. You can still have fun with the supplies and you can still record your memories. So if you are interested in seeing a flip through of my December daily album, stay tuned. Okay, so this year I decided to go with the Vicki Boutin Warm Wishes line as my main kind of scrapbooking line that would form the base of my album. And I did use her album. It is a 6x8 album, 2021, marked on the side. I love just the mixed media feel of all of her papers and things without having to be messy with mixed media. So we start here at the beginning. This is my intro page. Just really simple layering pieces. You're going to see I really used a lot of paper pieces. That's one of my favorite products to use on a regular basis. And some dimension here and there to add a little fun. It says, we didn't realize we were making memories. We just knew we were having fun. December, ready to go. And then I always like to write a little note or a little letter about the intentions of what this project is for that particular year. This year, instead of focusing on something that we did every single day, I focused on traditions. So I shared 25 traditions that we did. So some of them might seem a little out of place as far as like the day or the number that is, but really I just wanted to share some of the things that we do over and over again and some of the things that were new for us this year. This is just a fun vellum piece from Felicity Jane that I put in here just as a little transition. And then we get into some of the pocket pages. So we have day one and day two. Day one was all about a book tradition that we do of Advent books underneath the tree. And then day two was sharing delicious treats and talking about some of the things we like to do in the holidays. I like that you can have these little pockets. So this one tells the story of what the Advent calendar is all about. So I like getting to include that in this book. And then let me see if I can fit this back in here. Then we come on to this side, and this is really just some decoration that talks about this page. So the big clean out, day three, I spent the beginning of December just organizing our house or trying to get it organized. And then this is just talking about a fun kind of thing I noticed in that my mom collects pillows, and turns out I learned that from her. So we have a nice sheet in here for documenting that story as well. Some dimension. I tried to add metallic pieces here and there. This one hasn't yet been filled out. Christmas wish list. I need to go back and fill that one in. Here we're talking about another holiday tradition of really, really enjoying our takeouts on Fridays, because that's kind of what we do. December is a super busy month for a lot of families, and mine is no different. So every Friday we kind of enjoy takeout, and we were enjoying holiday movies. So just documenting that. My kiddos at church with Santa and their wish lists all in here, different cards with their names on them where I could document their Christmas wishes. And that's just a fun little insert card. I like that you can play with different size pages and inserts, and I love interactive pieces in my albums because I think it just kind of pulls you in and makes it even more exciting. December 6th, or number 6, I documented our anniversary. This was our 13th wedding anniversary, and I put things that I love about my husband and then how we celebrated for that particular day. All right, another tradition. So we had the big cleanup, and then this is the mess. Holiday mess is a real thing, and it's like you pull out all the holiday decorations and then you have your other stuff and everything's on top of each other. Times are busy. It was crazy. So I was documenting the parts of our house that were especially messy, and my craft room was definitely one of those. All right, for the 9th tradition, I was just talking about a couple different things that happened that particular week. This was a new tradition, taking my daughter to a Girl Scout event to celebrate the girls and Girl Scout leaders. And so that's a picture of us there. And then getting my nails done was kind of a new tradition this year, and I can't wait to keep that one up. And then a picture of my kiddos at church, just kind of having fun with that background. I love that our church always offers these like photo ops during the holiday season. It makes it really easy to get some great holiday pictures. And I just love this picture of them. It's definitely going to get blown up and put in our house because I think it's so, so pretty. All right, as we take a closer look, this is documenting the tradition of a Girl Scout party. So I am the troop leader for my daughter's Girl Scout troop, and every December we usually throw some sort of holiday party with crafts and things like that. And this year I was in charge of the holiday party. So just picture my daughter working on some of the crafts. And a picture of some of my best mom friends having fun at a wrapping party. My friend Bethany started this tradition a couple of years ago. I feel like it was pre-COVID. We might have missed a COVID year, but we get together and we wrap gifts, and it's a great incentive to like get going on your gift wrapping. We exchange white elephant presents. We have good food, good drinks, tons of fun. I love, love, love that particular tradition. Day 13. We're talking about shopping, and I wanted to document how it feels to be like never-ending shopping in December. I am in charge of all of the gifts for the most part that our family gives, and I shop early, but it just feels like there's always something else to buy. And so this is actually a picture of me getting my hair cut, but the story I wanted to tell was about the franticness and especially the shipping delays and how everything was just taking a long time and what that felt like on this particular year. This is one of my favorite Christmas traditions. We buy milkshakes at Chick-fil-A and we go check out Christmas lights. So picture my kiddos in the car loving on their Christmas lights and loving their shakes. And it's one of our favorite traditions. We generally do it when my kids get out of school for Christmas break, and it's something we all look forward to each and every year. All right, for day 15, I'm documenting a new tradition, and that is indoor soccer during December. My daughter has started playing really competitive soccer this year, and it turns out soccer season is like never ending because they just switched to indoor and they play futsal, which is an indoor version of soccer. And so this was their tournament that happened before Christmas, and I think that it's going to be a new tradition for our family to have soccer in December. All right, for day 16, I wanted to document some different movies. So movies that we always watch: Elf, Noel, Jingle Jangle, Love Actually, Home Alone 1 and 2, and The Christmas Chronicles was new for us this year. And we love, love, love our movie nights with the Christmas tree glowing. One of my favorite things to do in the month of December. Day 17 is all about my husband. He is in the United States Army Band, and he has the privilege of playing for some really cool events, one of which is usually at the White House in the month of December. And so he had a chance to be a part of a small group of musicians that played as tours went through the White House. And he actually got to play when Gold Star families were touring the White House, which was a super cool honor. And so that's just a picture of him in the White House about to go on and do his job. Okay, day 18 is about cooking. I am not a big cook I'm not a baker. We don't bake all the different kinds of Christmas cookies. We kind of bake simpler things, and actually I like savory things. And so this is a picture of us making Chex Mix because my oldest sister has a great Chex Mix recipe that we borrow and make every holiday season. And so that's a picture of us, and then just listing out some of the things that we do like to bake during this season. 19 is kind of an evolving tradition. So we do have all of these books. We open up a book a night as a family and read it. And as my kids are getting older, it's become them reading the books to us instead of us reading to them. And it's kind of a new twist on the tradition. I love it. It's so sweet. So I just snapped this photo of my Bradley reading and just wrote a little note about how special it is to see him reading. I like some of the dimension, and I really liked the photo corners on this spread. All right, for number 20, I have a lot of pictures. We got to go tour the White House at Christmas. This was our first time as a family to go to the White House at Christmas. It was super special and so beautiful. I took a million pictures. These are just some of the pictures, told the story of what it was like, what the kids thought, and all of that. It was just a really special honor, and it was absolutely gorgeous to see. So I love those pictures. I did a big family picture. This is just one of my favorite pictures of our family recently. I think it's super pretty from outside the White House. So that one definitely was going to get its own page. And then I was able to include this. So this is the program that you get when you tour the White House. They make a new one every Christmas, and kind of explains the meaning behind the decorations, shares some holiday recipe, things like that. Felicity Jane sells these acetate pieces that have the holes punched, and it just has a really strong adhesive, so you can adhere almost anything into your album. So I was really grateful that I was able to include this whole program in with all of these White House memories. So you can see it's not like crazy, like I didn't do a ton of embellishment, but I just wanted to get those pictures because that is a super special event that doesn't happen to us every year. And I wanted to make sure that they made it into the album. Love, love, love these pages. All right, for 21, I documented our second annual gingerbread house making with some of our best friends down the street that are neighbors. We each have 3 kids, and so our kids partner off and work on gingerbread houses, building them and decorating them. It's always fun. It's always crazy and messy, and the gingerbread houses fall apart, and that's okay. But they have a fabulous time. So just documenting that wonderful tradition. Here's Christmas Eve, and it's actually number 22 in the album, but this is pictures from Christmas Eve. And I just wanted to talk about or tell the story of how kind of weird Christmas Eve is, because the kids are totally chill. They don't have a lot to do. The parents have a lot going on Christmas Eve. We were about to travel. My husband is a worship leader at church. There's a lot going on. And so they just chilled most of the day. You can see them all cuddled up on the ground watching movies and shows together while the parents kind of ran around a little bit crazy on Christmas Eve. For number 23, I documented our Christmas Eve service at church. This was our first time to not attend the kids' service, but to go to the traditional 7 o'clock service, and it was really cool. So the kids really enjoyed the lighting of candles. The whole congregation lights candles, and we sing Silent Night. And it was so beautiful, and so they were really taken aback by that. So they're getting so big, coming to big church. It was pretty cool getting to have that experience in big church. 24, I documented our special Christmas Day breakfast. So my mom used to always make a Christmas tree out of cinnamon rolls on Christmas morning, and she would dye the icing green and put red M&Ms. We didn't go that far because my kids are super, super picky. So if it were green icing, I don't think they were going to eat it. But we did do the Christmas tree cinnamon rolls, and I just wanted to tell that story right there. We also have more stories of Christmas Day. Of course, Santa visited our house. So a few kind of candid shots of them getting presents from Santa and then opening presents in the morning right before we were headed off to Texas to document the last day. And that is it for this album. I have our Christmas card in here at the back in this little envelope, but you can see this one is pretty simple. It's actually pretty thin compared to some of my other December daily albums. And it's okay. I'm still super glad that I pushed through, that I finished the album, that I have this to look back on. It does tell a lot of stories, and for that, I am super, super thankful. I will link the supplies that I used down below so you can check those out if you're interested. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. And I just want to thank you for watching and kind of cheering me on as I was working through this project. It definitely was a hard one to finish, but I'm super glad I did. I want to give a shout out to all of my patrons over on Patreon. Thank you so much for all of your support. You're going to see their names at the end of this video. If you want to find out more about Patreon and some of the fun we're having over there, then you can also check the link in the description box below. All right, I hope that you have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.